guys, it's Colleen. I'm a senior at HWS and I'm in our teacher education program, and I'm actually staying at HWS next year for our master's program so I can become a certified teacher, and I plan to teach elementary school. For America Reads this semester, I was a coordinator at St. Francis St. Stephen's, but right now I am at my house, which is outside of Boston, Massachusetts. And a fun fact about me is last year, while I was studying abroad, I scuba dived at the Great Barrier Reef in Australia. And that actually brings me to what I want to talk to you guys today, which is coral reef. So the Great Barrier Reef is a coral reef structure. And I put together some slides for you to teach you about coral reefs because I think they're really interesting and I've always loved them. So I'm just going to share my screen with you real quick. Bear with me. Sorry. So coral reef. So as I said before, I went there to the Great Barrier Reef last year, so that's actually a picture of me scuba diving. So I'm just going to do some facts about coral reefs for you guys. So first off, coral reefs, a lot of people think they're plants, but they are actually animals, not plants. And so they are living. And they're the most biodiverse marine area on the planet. And for those of you, just a reminder, biodiverse means that it holds a variety of life and habitat in this specific habitat or ecosystem. So in the marines or in the marine area, so on the oceans, coral reefs hold the most different types of life. There's a large variety of coral reefs, like different types, but they also are homes to many animals. As you can see in this bottom picture, there's a lot of fish swimming in them, and so they act as homes for a lot of these animals. And so although they're the most biodiverse area on the planet, they are also combined, all coral reefs only cover about 1% of the ocean floor. And there's a lot of different reasons for that, including why they can only live in certain areas, and one of that is they cannot survive in more than 150 meters below the surface level because they need a certain amount of sunlight in order to grow. So in deep ocean, they do not survive, which is why they only cover such a small amount of the ocean floor, yet they are such an important part of the ocean ecosystem. So some more facts, coral reefs come in a variety of shapes and sizes, as you can see in the different photos I've been showing you. And so some of those shapes include deer antlers, trees, giant fans, honeycombs, and the brains. This is another photo that I took while I was scuba diving at the Great Barrier Reef. And so you can see just in this one small structure, there's a bunch of different types of coral reefs there, which I think is really cool. It keeps them very interesting. And so coral reefs, you can't really tell in this picture. Didn't have the most quality photo camera, but they, as you saw in the other photos, coral reefs are very naturally colorful, which is because of the algae that lives on them. But recently, a lot of the coral reef has started to turn white, which kind of signifies its death. And so the coral reefs that I saw, some of them were dying, so that's also partially why this photo is not as bright as the other ones. And so the coral reefs are dying more quickly than usual because of a process called coral bleaching, which occurs when the water temperatures start to become too warm. And so due to the current environment and climate change, water temperatures are warming at a much higher rate, and so coral reefs can't survive in that warming, so they go through coral bleaching, which, as bleaching kind of signifies, they turn white and they start to die. So coral reefs come in 3 different structures or formations, so I'm going to go over what those are. So the most common, most known structure is a barrier reef, which is they usually protect shallow waters. And as you can see, this is a picture of the Great Barrier Reef, which is the largest, which is the world's largest reef system, and it stretches 1,400 miles long. So it's huge. It covers a bunch of islands. It's on the coast of Australia, and it's so big that it can be seen from outer space. So as you can see, it doesn't necessarily need to be next to land, but they're in much shallower waters. And our next reef structure is fringing reef, which looks to me sort of similar to the barrier reef, but this one is found along the coastlines. So whereas the barrier reef doesn't need to be along the coastline, just protects the shallow waters, fringe reefs are right along the coastline, so you can see them all up here, very close to shore. And then lastly, we have coral atolls, which are made from volcanic remains. And these ones I don't know as much about, but as you can see from the picture on the right, they kind of look like islands, and it's very common for them to be actually mistaken as islands, which I can see us happening because I think I would mistake those from islands from above as well. So that's all I have for you guys today about coral reefs. I hope you find them as interesting as I do because they are one of my favorite things in the world. And if you have a chance to ever see them in real life, please do. They're amazing. I hope you enjoy. Bye.